Hi, if you are a new immigrant coming to Canada, it is probably easier for you to find a rental accommodation in Canada. Yes, it might sound very surprising, but believe me, in order for anybody to rent a house in Canada, they need 5 important parameters. First is your credit report. That is the most important thing, which you can imagine the new immigrants will not have. That's fine. Residency proof, which is your work permit, PR or whatever it is. Income proof, along with the job letter and then pay stubs. References of people living in Canada, at least 2 references of people you know in Canada. And the last but not the least, you need your rental history as well. Renting a place or moving into a house is one problem in Canada, but there is a bigger problem of when you're moving out of the house. So today in this video, I am going to talk about our experience of both things. We faced more headaches when we were actually moving out of a house. If you are someone watching my videos for the first time, please I request you to like the video if you find it informative and consider subscribing to my channel. And if you are a new immigrant in Canada, please check out my other videos because my videos has always been an informative videos. Now you think of this, if you are someone coming to new, you will most likely not have credit report, rental history, little bit of doubtful on the references. The owners are very much aware of your situations like this, and many of the owners go easy on new families coming to Canada. In the sense, they will waive off credit report requirement and a rental history requirement, and they will only consider based on your residence status and your employment status along with the income, monthly income that you are able to generate. So based on that, they will most likely to approve your rental application. It will not be very complicated process. So what happens in Canada is every rental lease agreement is made for a period of fixed 1 year. That means you are supposed to stay in this house for a period of 12 months. And if by any chance you have to vacate earlier, you are basically breaking the contract, and the breaking contract will have consequences. In the period of 12 months, if I have to leave house anytime, I have to pay the rent of the remaining months. That is the contract. In our case also, when we spoke to the previous owner, then he gave a way out where he asked for 3 months of rent, and then we paid them 3 months of rent, and finally we vacated. We vacated with a good terms to the previous owner. So this owner, when he was approving our application, he did reach out to the previous owner and he asked how was it, and they said it was a good handshake. That's how our rental history was verified by the current owner, and it might be the same case for you also. So please be careful that when you're vacating from one place to another, make sure you end up in a good terms. So next is a job or income proof. Please note that as part of your background verification, people actually call to your companies to verify if you are employed there and if you are earning a salary there or not. Our current owner also checked what says in pay stub. He matched that with our bank statement, the exact amount, whether it was credited or not. Next is a residency proof. I know that might sound very simple, but in our case, our work permits are expiring by the end of December 2025. Even though we told him that we are already in the process of applying, revision is already going on and extension is going on. For months beyond where our work permit expires, the owner wanted us to pay those months rent in advance as security for a deposit. And we did pay that, and that's how we got this house. You see how challenging it is to rent a house for a family or a person who's already in Canada. In the beginning, I said moving in is easier, but moving out is more complicated. This is a very, very complicated process. We had to go through really a lot of struggle for us when we are moving out of the house. So first and foremost thing, please read your contract again, because in our case, the notice period says 60 days. So we were naturally assuming that if we give them notice today of moving out, from today it will be 60 days. But no, according to the contract, your notice should be given on or before 1st of every month. For example, if today is, let's say, 15th of February, I give a notice that I'm going to vacate the house. Your notice will actually start from 1st of March. This 15 days is not counted at all. And by any chance, if you give a notice on 3rd or 4th of March, let's say, your entire month March, you still have to pay the rent, and your notice will start from 1st of April, goes on till end of May. So this is something nobody tells you during your house property visit, or the salesperson who is talking to you, they will not tell you this, but this becomes a very, very challenging. So ultimately you have to shell out money with respect to other utilities that you are using. Let's say, for example, insurance. Even though we are not living there, we still have to pay the house insurance there. So Wi-Fi is also another big headache, I'm telling you. When we were moving from there to here, we wanted to change from one service provider to another service provider. But again, their problem is you have a contract. So this contracts, nobody tells you when you're signing the contract. You have to read every page. That's how they assume. So it seems there is a contract which says we are bound with them for 2 years of contract. Come on, who will do this? And if you say no, I don't want, your Wi-Fi is not good, I want to go with somebody else, you have to pay contract breaking fees of $200, and we paid $200 for no reason. This is so much stupidity basically. and we pay $200 of fees to break the contract and say that we don't need your service anymore. Please note, when you're buying a Wi-Fi or mobile bill or anything, please read your contract terms, and if you're not okay with them, tell them you're not okay with them. So that is the reason, if you're someone who is living in Canada and probably planning to move to different house or different location, please note these points very carefully and make sure you give advance notice. You plan everything accordingly so that you don't incur thousands of dollars as losses. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, please put it in the comments and I will be happy to answer them. Thank you and bye bye.